1 2 1 2. Is it on yet? Is it on? Yes, I think it's on. I think it's on. Okay, carry on then. Yeah, so welcome to my little series on signwriting. I've had a few people mention that they'd like to see a couple of videos. So I haven't done anything on the bike for a while because, well, the frame's away at Craig's. He's going to get it powder coated for me and a few other bits. So till then, I've got nothing to do and except mess about with toys, you know what I mean. So I thought for the first one, if there's going to be any more, I don't know, see how time goes, I'll do a very simple one-stroke signwriter's script. Basically because I don't want to chuck you in at the very deep end. I want to give you a style that you could have a go at yourself and you'd stand a good chance of being able to do. So that's it'll get you interested and and get you off to a good start if you can do this. So I'll do this one-stroke script for you, an A to Z, probably do the numbers as well, and just a little start-up video for an introduction to signwriting, really, which I haven't done for quite a while, full time, definitely. Do spend a little bit of money on decent brushes. I used to get mine from Rights of Limb in Cheshire. Cherwell's I don't think do brushes or signwriting kit anymore, but there's a few people out there that you can get them off, and there's a guy on Facebook, David Jackson, who hand makes them for you as well. And I don't know whether you've seen Craig Jones's brushes. I got him a little starter set, and they've got his name printed on, so you can have your name personalised on your brushes if you want. But if you're getting some off David Jackson, I'll put a link to his Facebook below. You can contact him and tell him I sent you or whatever, and order a set of the small ones. Don't go any higher than number 6. Right, so the art of getting a tin ready for paint. Here we have peas. Mushy peas. It could be anything. It can be baked beans, it could be custard, semolina, anything you like. There's a lid as you are. You just cut it most of the way round. So the first thing to do is bend that up. That is now your palette for mixing, your brush on, for mixing your paint or whatever. Just bend up the first edge like that. I'm exaggerating it a bit, but just bend it up a bit. Then the other side. Mind you don't cut your fingers. Just in like that. Yeah, and that should do. Just watch that the paint will run into the tin, because that's why you're doing this. It's so you're not got paint running all over your hands when you're signwriting, and you're using this to keep your paint in, basically. So that's the skill and the art of bean tinning or mushy peas. For your thinners or your terps or whatever, if you're using one shot, the posh stuff, you'll need their reducers as well, I think. But this paint I've got here, I'm using at the moment, it's from Rights of Limb, and it's their Write It series. It's very good paint, actually, just as good, I think. You can thin that with white spirit, no problem at all. If you try that with one shot, it'll react. So you have to use their reducers. Bear that in mind. So your terps or your white spirit or whatever, just put it in a bean tin. You don't need the lid on this one, so this is an advanced course you'd have to take to be able to take off the lid. And you want a little knife that you can open the tin with and stir the paint round. Leave that in the thinners to clean it off at the end or whatever. Brushes, I've got a few here. Hold on, let me move you across. Right, am I boring you yet? Right, here we go. Now there's a nice long series brush. That's what I like using, the long series. And there's an equivalent, about the same size I would say, but you can see that the hairs are a lot shorter on this one. But I think they're both number 6. No, number 4. So whatever style you like, I like the long ones because you can go a bit further with them, they hold more paint, and for me, I just like them better, but there's nothing wrong with that. I'd probably start off with something that length, actually. You might struggle with a very long one, I don't know, but yeah, that's the company, Rights of Limb. I think they're also called stone houses as well, but that's the Sable Series 13, let me have a look myself, 13, 15. This one is a handover. That's another good make. That is series 2112. They're good brushes. Kulinski Sable. I don't know what that one is. The lettering's worn off. I've obviously used it a few times. Yeah, I've chiselled the end, so I've obviously used it. Yeah, so that's your brushes. Just like, you know, dabbling in the art. I mean, you can go up. You won't be buying these, but that's a number 10. And yeah, that's a big brush. You know, that's a big signwriting brush. You'll be using that on lorries, you know, curtain-sided lorries and big trailers and stuff like that. You won't be using that on small boards that you'll be practicing on, so don't worry about them. Don't buy the expensive big ones. There's no need. Obviously, you need a tape measure. Chinograph pencil is handy. Got grease on my hands now, right. These are good, nice thick ones. I'll put a link to, you can get these on Amazon as a set. I did have to get some because I hadn't got any for Craig's job, but you get a set of them on Amazon and they're not very expensive. I'll put a link below to those. But these, they look a bit weird. They've got a bit of string on them. What happens is, because this is like a wax in here, don't let these pencils get hot because they'll just turn into like a soggy mess. When you come to sharpening them, just sharpen the end. And what you do, it's almost like if this was a wooden pencil, which it actually is. This is wood, I think, or it's paper, one or the other. You can just trim back. You can trim back the. Oh, I've buggered it now, haven't I? Hang on, let's do a bit further. Right, you can trim that back. I'll do it without breaking it. Right. See where we're going with this? See, what will happen is, if this was not like this, you would be, there we go. So there you've got plenty of wax there. You can just sharpen that with a sharp knife or a razor blade or whatever, get it to a nice point. And what's happening is you're not cutting the wood as well and slipping into the wax and breaking it. Now, I like these ones. There are others, which I'll show you now. Just a second. These are the other ones. They're like a Stabilo pencil. I think that's what they are. Yeah, Stabilo. Now, when you sharpen these, because you're cutting wood and the waxy sort of, you know, end, the core, you can slip and you can break it, and you'll find doing that, this pencil would probably be, if you drop this, it'll be broken all the way down. You can guarantee it. They shatter. So you've got to be very careful with these, and I find these Stabilo ones are harder as well. So you can scratch the paint if you're not careful. They're very, you know, they're soft but hard, if you know what I mean. Yeah, Matt of the workshop's going to pick up on that. I know he is, but I'm not going to be fast today. I'm going to go slow so that you can watch along and take in anything that we're achieving. And have a go yourself, and that's why I'm doing this, so you can have a go yourself. Not because I'm trying to praise myself up, because I'm not. Right, so I'm going to turn you off for now. I'm going to get sorted out, get everything ready. There's one other thing, and it's a vital bit of kit, for me anyway, is this. And it goes on, and it goes on, and it goes on. It's about 3 foot long. This is, I'm sure you know, what is it? A mahl stick, M-A-H-L, after some German. But, and I made this one, and it's not worth buying one. They're very expensive. All this is under there is a wooden ball that I've drilled out, and I put a 1/2 inch dowel in there, glued it in, covered it in a bit of rag, taped it up with some masking tape or whatever, because you'll be changing this out quite often because it gets filthy, as this one is. And that's all you need. Bit of dowel and a wooden ball or a door knob or something like that, anything that's sort of roundish. And the purpose of this, so I'll just show you, you can quite, I mean, this is how I started off. You can work off your hand like that and do lettering. You can, but it's not always good. And this way is fail-proof, you know, unless you knock it on the bike stand like I'm about to. But what it is, you find a pivot, you don't put it in the paint that you've just written, you put it over here, and this is, you pivot it like that. You don't slide it down, you just put it in one place and use that. And it's an armrest, that's all it is. It's a handrest for when you're lettering. And people have said to me, well, yeah, if you put a brush on there, it's going to draw a circle, isn't it? Yeah, it will if you just keep it there. But you've got to forget you're holding this. This is just so you can do a straight line down. You know what I mean? You just, like that. Yeah, so first things first, I've sharpened the Signwriting pencil to a nice point there. I'm going to guess at, for you to see this, I need these different glasses on as well because I can't see so well when I get close up to things. Are they clean? Ah, they'll do. Right, so let's start 1.5, 3.5. Well, will that be too big? No, I want to keep it big for you so you can see. Just draw yourself some guidelines just so you can get the height of the letter sort of the same. Right, I'm just going to go through the alphabet on this, if I can remember it myself. And as I say, I'm just an idiot now, practicing with a brush myself. So if I do something wrong, chances are I won't wipe it off. I'll just leave it and do another one the same next to it. So you just work your brush on the lid like that. Can you see? I'm actually leaning backwards to show you this, but I hope you appreciate the pains I'm going through. Right, so not too much paint in your brush, that's the thing. You don't want to blob a load of paint on it, you know, just get some paint on there so it's wet. And just use what's on the brush for now. It's pre-thinned. I put a bit of white spirit in it, so it should be a nice working consistency. So we'll try letter A then, and we're doing it, obviously this style is italic, meaning that it's leant over, not straight up. So we're trying to achieve a letter that is consistently italic all the way through its life of the writing procedure. Right, A. Now what I'm doing here, I'm actually turning the brush at that angle, because you see where it's flat, that's the natural chisel shape of it. You don't want to write with it on its edge, you see. You don't want to write with it down like that. You want to write with it on its chisel face. So make sure you do that. And because we're doing an italic letter, we need to turn the brush to face the direction we're going. So you just turn it round like that. Put your stick down on the board. Make sure you've got the enough travel on your brush, and just come up slightly, and then let the brush swell. Bring it down, try and keep it parallel like that. That's a bit dry actually. It's probably because I've been talking, and the brush is quite cold as well. You'll find the brushes free up a lot more when they're warm and you've been writing with them for a while. I'll just do that same stroke again. If not, I'll thin the paint more. That's it. So you just tape it up. When you get to the end, just come up slightly, like you're coming out. I'll show you that. You just come out away from the board and turn the brush slightly. I probably could have done this paint a little bit further thinner. It's probably thickened up since I've been setting everything up, which they can do. And all you do then is just have a little tin of dippers or something next to you. It's not a brilliant letter actually. It's a bit not shaky, but the brush is dry, as I say. I'll just sort that out there. Right, next letter. Oh, sorry. Carrying on with this letter. Slide it out. Let it swell. Bring it down. And raise and twist. Oh, I've not done that very well, but you get the general idea. Right, so that's that. Our lettering is going to be bottom heavy. So any cross sections and, they're all going to come. You'll see as I'm doing it, if I just draw the B, you'll see that the B will be down here, top heavy, and it will have a smaller bottom half. So yeah, so we're just going to finish this A off now. Down here, let it swell, sit down, come out the other side and just twist. And that's gone dry again. It could be because I'm using this shorter haired brush. That's the shape you're trying to achieve there. Okay. And you only need to do this with one stroke. Usually, it's not going that way so far for me, but there's always a way out. If you've got too much on your brush, just knock it off on the side of the tin like that. But so the B, at the same angle sort of thing, lay it down, all the way down and up, back and up, twist, that's it. And then the top, twist it up, like that. Turn the brush again to meet that, and we're coming down. So just slide it down a bit, pick up any nasty bits. That there. That's probably a bit too far down actually, but I'll see what I can do. Out from there and a little twist. See, that was lovely. That worked out well. And then back to base. Like that. You can just finish it off if you want. Let's look at this brush. I think there's a hair sticking out of it. Yeah, I think this is a new brush, a brand new brush. You'll find that with brand new brushes, you'll get hairs coming out of them for a while, which isn't good. But I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that's how it is. All right, so that's your B. It's an all right B. You don't actually correct them that much, you know. If it's different, it's different. Right. So letter C. Again, we're just facing that way. Just turning my hand round. Slide it up. Let it swell. Bring it down. Twist. And back. Like that. That's exactly like that. And the top, same as the B really. It's just slide it out. Pick up any noggins. And straight down. And twist. Bottom we do the same. Yeah, you find that with a new brush you'll get this ragged edge. You'll find it difficult to get rid of that till it's worn in properly. So I'll just sort that out. Right, so, and if you do ragged edge, just put your brush along it like that. Same here, it's a bit dodgy up here, but this is one stroke, it's supposed to be a little bit dodgy. There you go. Just neatening that up. Right, a bit more thinners in the paint. So I say, at least what I'm doing here will give you an idea, you know, and get you looking at how you do this style, so you can have a go yourself. And back. And here I'm coming this way, you see, not like that, and not, you know, not from there. It'd be too difficult. We're not built that way. Right, so just come out of the back if you like, the back of the letter, just bring it up, a little twist like that. Turn your brush around, bring it down, pick up any nasty bits, straight down to base, like that. That's all right. One stroke will never be perfect, you know, it never will. Right, the E. You can go through the D slightly with this, because it doesn't matter. That's that. So that little twist I put on the end there. Now this is going to be down here. Twist. And this one is going to just there. Bring it up and twist. So that's that. A bit more thinners. You don't want your paint too thin because it'll start skidding all over the place. Your brush will, you know, and you don't want that. You want it to have a bit of grip. Can you see all right? Yeah. See, with your F, you can collect up what's at the end of the E. So even if they came out a bit dodgy on the ends of them, it wouldn't matter because you just do your F through it and twist. Yeah. And of course the F's going to look just like the E without the bottom bit. That's all right. And say, don't worry about them knobbly bits because we're going to pick that up with the G. So the G is going to be like the C. Pick up the F and round. Right. Doesn't matter if you go under the line a bit. I'm just going to put a little bit down here, bottom stalk, and this bit, the cross bit. Okay. So H should be really easy. Just working my brush. I'm probably out of shot while I'm doing this tinning, aren't I? Doing my brush, but there we go. Back and twist. Twist. Didn't twist very well there. And we're going to be low on the H because that's the style we're doing. Just come out the front a bit. I straight forward. Back and twist. Yeah, it's just looking a bit lumpy on the bottom there, but that's all right. And it's a very fast, I mean, I could do this a lot faster, but I'm trying to be slow so that you can see what I'm doing, and hopefully you can see my hand on the board, you know, hand here, J. I'm coming the other way. Just gonna twist that round, neaten that up a bit. And maybe under there. I'm going to put a top on it as well. Yeah. This is mainly because it's a new brush. It's got these furry edges, like a fork, like writing with a fork. K. And try and keep all the letter stems, you know, similar thickness, so you're not turning into a super bold style from a medium, you know. What we're doing, H-I-J-K, so we're coming down further, like we did with the B, into there, and out at the bottom, and we're going to turn this to the left. You can turn it to the right, it's completely up to you, but I like to turn them to the left. L is pretty easy. Back and twist. And up, twist. M. Pick up the L, twist. Twist. That's exactly the shape you want. Good. All good. All good going so far. I've obviously still got it, haven't I? N. Right, we're as far as we can go actually. This table unlocks here, doesn't it? So I can hope it doesn't collapse. I'll turn that, and that one. What happens to that? That's good. That goes back. That's good. So this can now slide that way. I like it. Like it. Hopefully it does. Yeah. I'm a bit short for space in here, so I can't really move around much. N. See, the brush is warming up nicely now. He says. Went a bit wobbly there. Right, the O, just like the C really. Up, around, twist. Pick up the mesh there, and down, into there, and up. That's all right. P. We can use the O. Just knock into it a bit and twist. Oh, that was bad. I think I slipped a bit there as well. That's all right. Right, the P and OP. Okay. Q. I know my alphabet, you know. I haven't forgot after all these years. Use the P, bring it round, twist. Don't like the top of that very much. Just clean that up a bit. Right, the Q. I think I'll just come out of there. Don't do many Qs, funny enough. There we go. That'll do. R. I think we'll get the R in and then we'll have to go on the next line. I hope I'm not boring you. I mean, do I keep all of this in the video or just parts of it? I don't know. I should imagine you'd want to see the lot, wouldn't you? So, I mean, this is probably going to go on a while. But anyway, let's do the R. Shut up, Ian. Yeah, I'm not happy with that. turn left, turn left again. That's it. Right, the S, there's so many ways of doing the S. I'll just do one of them. I'll have to reach out here, won't I? Just so I've got some room. I'm a bit tight. I'm right up against myself here. So S. See, they're nice shapes, nice and pointy looking. I mean, the brush is a bit forky, if you know what I mean. It's sort of fork on the end. Because it's so new, I think. Just put a little bit on there. Let it swell out and bring it round. Yeah, I knew I wasn't going to get a successful turn on that. It's just a bit tight on me, that one. In fact, that's not a brilliant letter, but yeah, you get the gist. T. I'm almost working sideways. Again, I'm not looking for excuses. You. Right, just went too far on there, didn't I? Where do I wipe that on my trousers because they're rubbish. Right, V. W. X. Y. Now then, which Y should I do? Oh yes, I will do that one. Z. Right, so it'll be something like that anyway. Yeah, that Z will do. It's fine. It's all casual style. What I could have done is a sharper top on it, maybe. To do another Z. Do another Z. Looks very similar to, well, not a 2, but yes, that's a 2 Z's, so that's one a bit straight. I'll put a bit of a curve on that, which made it look more 2-y. So I've done another Z. So number 1.
Drove my mind insane. Jezebel woman, makes me blue. Oh yeah. Our lover, baby, it was you.
Actually, in that case, I would just leave that. I wouldn't even turn that over. So we've just got a 0. It's basically exactly the same as the O, but we'll do it anyway while we're here. Last letter, glory, hopefully. down in a curve, twist and round. Pull out that blob of paint up there and make it into a 0. And up. Right, there we go then. So that's and there is lower case as well that you can do.
Don't ring on my phone, push on my bell. Come on in, don't stand there and yell. I wanna make a love. I wanna make a love. Like a turtle dove. I wanna make a love. I know you're sweet, always there. Can't you quit combing your hair? I wanna make a love. I wanna make a love. That's all I dream of. I wanna make a love. You're my study gal, I'll treat you right. There ain't no use talking all night. I wanna make a love. I wanna make a love. While the stars shine above, I wanna make a love. Can't you see I love you so? Don't be saying it's time to go. I wanna make a love. I wanna make a love. While the moon's up above, I wanna make a love. Don't ring on my phone, push my bell. Come on in, don't stand there and yell. I wanna make a love. I wanna make a love.
Yeah, so we'll get in there. Draw another line. I suppose I ought to really just finish it off, ain't I? Bear with. In fact, I'm going to have a break and then I'll come back.
I met a little girl, a very pretty girl. She came out west to find success. Came to Hollywood just as fast as she could. She saw the light just a shining bright. Well, she turned around and almost left that town. She was so afraid she wouldn't make the grade. But she had what it takes. She got the grace. She could act and sing. She had everything. They all flocked to her door. They all wanted more and more. She was nice and sweet to everyone she'd meet. She bought a new sedan for a poor old man. Everyone loved her, no matter who they were. It was late in December, I'll always remember. She was on her way for the holiday. She was oh so glad she'd see Mom and Dad, but I hate to say she never saw that day. A man who came from afar and couldn't drive his car, he could read the signs
Right, well, you probably noticed I did that outro at the end, and volume wasn't on, I'm afraid, and I think it's on now. I don't know whether I didn't press a button or I don't think this was on. One thing you should do when you've finished a job, when you're practicing, is just have a look at it. And we're going to do it now. We're going to criticise it. And I'm never happy with anything. Very rarely I'm happy 100% with any job I do. But just have a look at it and you can criticise it, and then you'll spot where you need to improve next time. Right, I'm not really happy with either of them Zs. I think it should have been, because we're on an italic angle like that, not started there but started back there, brought down further out, and then turned like that would be a more correct kind of, it's got that angle. That would be a better for the Z. So yeah, noted. That was near it, but I put a stupid curve at the top, made it look like a 2 really. Obviously the Y is completely wrong, because the Y, if that's your lines, your Y would be below. So that would be your Y. And your Z, which looks like a 2. And that Z. Actually, that one's all right. That Z would be more like that, coming below the line again. Same distance down as the Y. So it'd look something like that. So that's fine. I didn't have room to do it. That's why it turned out like a 3. So that's not really a criticism. I just ran out of room. The S, not really keen on the S. I think it looks like it's sitting slightly backwards on this end. Again, the S might have been better. Just shorter at the back there. So it'd be something, obviously that's the wrong angle, but just shorter. Made a complete mess of that, but something like that would be okay. It just, because I'd brought this in more, it was in here. It's all right, but it's not, I don't think it's perfect. Apart from that and the little struggles with a new brush, I think we're okay. I think we'd get away with that. And it is a one-stroke Signwriter script anyway, so there's different things you could do, like the R, for instance. The R, you could do the R the other way, so it came out this way. But depends, if you like it that way or you like it turned the other way, which I did it that way on the final bottom stroke there. If you do the R like that, you need to do the K the same. It's up to you, and the Q where it comes out at the bottom. So yeah, that's very important. Have a look at your work anyway, and self-criticise. Just have a look at it. Take a couple of minutes just to have a look at it and say, what's right about that, what's wrong about that, and you'll soon. That's how you learn, isn't it? And if you're not criticising yourself, someone will come along and criticise you anyway. So you might as well do it. And then when they say, "Oh, that Z don't look right," I say, "Yeah, no," and that's that. Anyway. Thanks for watching my introduction to Signwriting and Lob It on script. Signwriter's one stroke, call it what you like. Thanks for watching again, and we get time, we'll do it again some other time, and we'll do a few more styles like Roman, block, classical script. It's just if we get time really. yeah, so hopefully it's given you an insight into it anyway. You can have a go yourself, and this style, as I say, is very easy to do. There's nothing difficult about it. Don't be amazed by what I've done, because it's not hard at all. So thanks again, and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye now. Bye bye.
Oh, well, evening shadows fall, I get so lonely. I spend each lonely hour in misery. The thoughts that fill my mind concern you only, and I wonder if you wonder about me. I wonder if you wonder how I'm doing. I wonder if you wonder if I'm free. Oh yes, I wonder if my broken heart has ever crossed your mind.
No, soft. Hard. Hard. But soft.